So if you bring this whole program out on a silver platter and you give it to some homeless people that are living in parks and under underpasses and things like that, and you hand it to them, you say, hey, we're going to help you with treatment, we're going to give you a place to live. And unfortunately, most of the chronically homeless are going to say thanks but no thanks to this, and primarily because I think most of our chronically homeless, they're addicted to drugs and alcohol, and that's one of the biggest problems that we have. And so we've kind of gone from one extreme, from the war on drugs, to where we incarcerated everybody that was, using drugs or selling drugs. We incarcerated all these people. And now we've gone to the other extreme of, well, now they're just living on our sidewalks and parks and underpasses. And I agree 100%, 1,000% with, jail should not be where they're going. But we got to find something in between. Because right now they're all, and I know you're working on that, and this framework gets there. But we're a caring nation. If we took this from a healthcare perspective, if somebody was having a heart attack on the street, or somebody's having a stroke, or somebody gets hit by a bicycle, they fall off their bike or something, we run to them for help, and we try to help them and help them right away. But if we see somebody screaming in the bushes, or defecating in the bushes, or ODing, or walking around like a zombie, it's like, nothing to see here, nothing to do. So unfortunately, our society, we've kind of accepted that. And to me, I think we're better than that. So, and we have spent, San Diego County has spent hundreds of millions of dollars already in an effort to reduce homelessness. But however, I think we continue to see the same problem expanding with very little visible results, because every community I go and talk to, every chamber of commerce, every Rotary Club, whatever it is I go and talk to, homelessness, homelessness, homelessness. We're hurting businesses, recreation areas, freeway on-ramps, overpasses, and the blight from the incredible amount of garbage that you sometimes see produced by these open-air, drug-addicted encampments. And I think it's inhumane to allow people to live like this. It's our fault. It's inhumane for us to allow this. And as a society, we can do better. But I think we need to stop neglecting those with destructive behaviors, drugs and alcohol, who are unable to care for themselves, and we allow them to live in filth, squalor, and camp, and sleep and defecate in public places. We're the problem, turning a blind eye on their plight and allowing this personal destruction. But Housing First allows people, if we give them a house, it allows them to continue their alcohol and drug addiction and to continue in that use. And although this is a tool that can be used, I don't think it's the only tool. We've got many up in North County, Solutions for Change, other entities that don't allow substance abuse in their programs. They're effective. They're not the only tool, but they're a tool. And I think we should explore those other options to deal with this problem. So, but without, if somebody doesn't want to be helped and just refuses help, that's kind of where we're stuck right now. If they don't want help, if they don't want housing, they'd rather be closer access to drugs and alcohol, and they're not going to get that if they go into a house. So our shelters and free housing should not be a revolving door. We need to have some sort of accountability. We have to have with treatment and incentives to get people out of the addiction cycle. And I think we need to be willing to enforce removing the encampments and people out of encampments and into treatment. We got to come into some sort of conservatorship. And for those in need of treatment and health care, I mean, we should be a caring enough society to say, hey, we don't need to put up with this anymore. And publicly provided beds and housing should not be a revolving door, which is what is going to happen if we keep allowing people to use drugs and alcohol. We need to get them into treatment as best we can. Some may say it's inhumane to force people off the streets and into treatment. And I think it's more inhumane to leave them there. So.